Hello people, how are we all doing? We are back with more Kubera, picking up The Weight of Time. As you should have seen on Wednesday, assuming I got it out on time. I might not as of recording this because I haven't actually edited it yet. Oh god, I got a frog in my throat. If you haven't seen it already, there'll be a link to it in the top right, somewhere over there, I imagine. Go check it out. If you don't want to, just know that those special chapters... I love that I didn't say what the video was about until just now. Those special chapters were just all around good, so do go check the video out if you're interested in my somewhat in-depth thoughts on each of the chapters as they went on. Also, there'll be a link to last week's reaction, as always. Anyway, let us carry on, shall we? I'm looking forward to this. Forest of Light, near Rind Hollow. Maruna, I see you decided to leave your stuff behind because you couldn't get into the city. But seeing as you didn't get that far, I assume that means you want to talk to me about something. Yes, you're right. There's a lot that I wanted to talk to you about. But, even if I don't go into too much detail... you'll understand what I'm talking about, right? Is this why you waited for me? Well, the main reason is that I wanted to tell you what I've been through. I see that I see. That's why we were there for that long. I should go. I think it's better for us if we work separately. Maruna! I assume that from here to here is a conversation that we are not going to get. We are not privy to as of right now. I had an interesting thought. So when you die, the day you die is seen by, Lord or someone else. Is that because you will die on that day, or is it a case of you have a lifespan that will last until that point in time? As in, say you've got 20 years of life, you will live 20 years, and in Asha's case, I think it is a case of you have given a fixed amount of time, because in Asha's case, by vanishing for an amount of time with Poti Vishnu's recoil, if you will, she has been able to extend past the day she was supposed to die, but hasn't actually aged at all because she's been in weird fucking limbo. So I think it is a fixed amount of time. So that implies that Lise might actually die younger because of the time spent on Conches. If I'm reading that correctly, at least. But that has nothing... well, it kind of has something to do with that. Because of, that. But yeah. Season 3, episode 161. The Weight of Time 1. Color Bloom, main shop of the creamer brand of the creation brand Brema of the Bremo brand creation. Here things are a total mess here at the airport. So, well, the place that got bombarded by the sewer happened to be a prison for magic offenders. So, in a panic to catch the escaped convicts. Still, at least they can't leave the city since it's air plateau. Well, I mean, they could. If any of them have if any of them are good value magicians, they could just Hoti value their way down. Just saying, just a suggestion. Or if they've got if they're good Kubera magicians, Bhavadi Kubera can make you fly. They could get out. They're magic criminals. Like, they are not going to be bad at magic. By the by, the problem is they teamed up with Eloth to create the barrier for stopping the attack. So a lot of the convicts escaped to Eloth from Era Plateau. Unless the barrier stops them escaping, in which case, yeah, fair. Miha must be having a hell of a time trying to deal with everything. Lutz was just trying to help out a neighboring city, but it totally failed. We don't have time to worry about other cities right now. Atera's in ruins. Don't forget your boss is in Atera too. Is there any other news from my sister? Well, I did just receive a message. What's her problem? We're allowed to talk about Aeroplateau, aren't we?
Let go. She's just a bit on edge because she's got some close relatives in the Terra. Plus, they're way worse off than us. By the way, I hear there are some survivors thanks to Risha's department store.
That should help boost our brand image. Fuck off. People died and you care about your brand image? Fuck off. Like a city got annihilated and you're like, yes, yes, our stocks should go up. Yeah, it's very good. Fuck off. Ugh.
The people there don't even have a place to stay right now. Where are they all planning to go?
Probably somewhere nearby, like Mr. Shaw or Windhallow. Windhallow's safer. Chandra's there.
By the way, how long is Lila going to stay in Calibloom? She should be back in her own city.
Not sure. Chandra will probably come get her soon. Calibloom, Earth Temple.
Lila, I brought the things you asked for. This is Chandra's cape, right?
Yeah, that's heavy, wasn't it? I put a lot of food in that cape for him when he left for Conchas.
Oh, really? I didn't notice.
It's just weighed the same as a normal cape. Maybe he ate the food in the pockets? Do we think people are going to realize they've been on Conchas for fucking, like, a shitload of time now? How long is it? Like, months, wasn't it? It was months, right?
He couldn't have finished it all that quickly. What's that?
The Eye of Punishment. That proves that Maruna actually didn't use it. Which means they found Catleys. But then where's Catleys? What happened to Catleys?
One of Kali's god level items. They call it a pledge token in the Sura realm. It's an item that lets you make a deal with time to grow extremely quickly. Ron definitely spoke as if he used this item, and not even the guard with insight questioned him. The item is supposed to be handed over to the Sura as soon as you use it. If Ron's telling the truth, it shouldn't be here. All the food gone in such a short time, and an item that shouldn't be here. Ron Syrof. What on earth?
Oh, are you awake, Ron?
Oh, wasn't there someone next to me?
Next to you? Oh, yes. Yeah, he just left. Ron? Orivaio.
Oh.
Ron? Where are you going, Shess?
I just needed some fresh air.
Misty Shore is this way.
Yeah, but there's no reason for me to go there.
No, of course not. I thought you might have gotten some crazy ideas in your head.
Don't be silly. It's too bad about Lenny. I should have tried harder to protect her.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Titan is a 5th stage Rakshasa. A human like you wouldn't stand a chance against him. I'm just glad you're still alive.
But he's not even that strong for a 5th stage.
Huh?
How did you know? I've seen someone way stronger.
Maruna. Most likely.
So, you rescued Talia, but you're not interested in helping them?
That's right. I'm sick of getting pulled around with any guarantee of a reward for my troubles. I'm gonna look for another way to rebuild the Garuda clan.
Alright, fine.
I thought you'd try to stop me.
If that's how you feel, even after I explained everything to you, then fine. I don't really feel like arguing with you. You're basically the leader of our race now.
So it's about power?
Power is everything in this world, Maruna. You know that.
I mean, he's not technically the leader because he's not an Azteca. So he can't technically be the king. Unless all the Azteca die. If all the Azteca die, there's the strongest Rakshasa become the leader of a clan, or does the clan basically just get fucking wiped out due to a huge power void? It's probably due to a power vacuum. The other clans take advantage of it, and that clan will not last. You're right, and I hate that about our world.
You said you managed to grow without using the Eye of Punishment, right? How did you do it? What happened? How is that possible?
You probably wouldn't believe me even if I told you. Even I find it hard to believe. It all feels like a dream. Oh, we're gonna find out what happened on Conches. How much longer do we have to keep following this endless path? It'd be a lot easier if there was an exit or something. It's hard to tell how long it was after we left Conches. There was definitely quite some time. After babbling away about his family and stuff, his humor started getting quieter as we kept walking.
I missed Rana.
That was the last thing he said before he stopped talking completely. It was nice to finally have some peace and quiet.
Enough. I've had enough.
What's wrong? I don't think you can feel hungry or get older here. What other reason could there be for a human to get tired?
I don't see the point of all this. I just want to die.
The day Ron Sorrow finally gave up. The day we saw a change in that endless path. I'm wondering if that was the trigger change. It almost seems like it. It was a place where you felt no physical pain, no matter how long you walked. You didn't stand to You didn't stand to gain anything from dying. No one except me would even remember his death. And it certainly wouldn't have been an honorable death. That's why I just couldn't understand why he started talking about his own death. I don't see why you'd want to die. I get that it's a little boring, but it's not bad enough to wish for death, is it?
Is this just boring to you?
Yeah, it's a bit boring. While I was walking, I was just thinking of how to get out of here, and what I want to do when I get out. But it is getting a little boring because the scenery is so monotonous. Maruna, you have such a long lifespan, and effectively no fear of death. No concept of growing old and dying of age. The passage of time has seemingly no effect on you. Mentally, at least. Ron, however, is at least partly human. He has a clock.
It's been too long to only be talking about those two things.
Then why haven't you started thinking about everything again from the beginning? Just keep repeating the same thoughts. They'll help pass the time.
Oh, that's right. You're Asura. Born to bear a never-ending life. You're used to things never changing.
Do humans suffer from a lack of change?
I'm not sure. Am I suffering because of the monotony? Once I got tired of thinking of one thing, I started thinking of something else. And then another thing. After thinking about everything I could possibly bring to mind, suddenly, all those thoughts seemed so pointless. So now, I don't feel like thinking about anything anymore.
Ugh. The Weight of Time indeed. Season 3, episode 162, The Weight of Time 2. I couldn't understand what he was trying to say. My guess is, he's saying that the fact that humans change more quickly than Sura isn't limited to the difference in our physical bodies alone. And that although this strange place may stop our bodies from aging, it can't stop our minds from getting older.
Please, just kill me. Please. It ended for me so easily. I wasn't sure how to respond. If he really wanted to die, he could have just killed himself without saying anything to me.
Putting your life into somebody else's hands takes the responsibility away from you, in a sense. Trying to escape the consequences of what you've done, instead of it being suicide, you were murdered. Which all of a sudden very much changes the narrative. And no one's going to believe a Surah when they explain why they killed you. I mean, the gods might, because of insight. Just an interesting thought. I don't think Ran's doing that intentionally, but it's probably what's motivating his actions, even if it is subconscious.
Fine, if that's what you really want. But first, help me grow with the Eye of Punishment. You haven't forgotten the fact that I only came with you to Conches to reach the 5th stage, have you? Or did you? How could you possibly forget? What's the point of growing more? What do you mean? What do you care? You said you wanted to die. I mean, the world will go on just fine without me. But if you reaching the 5th stage would be bad for the world. You sure have a lot on your mind for someone who just said they no longer want to think about anything. Whether it's bad for the world or not, you'll be dead and gone anyway. What difference is it to you? Come on, hurry up. Help me reach the 5th stage, then you can die. You'll just be a lump of meat without a care in the world. Never mind. Forget about it. I'll take care of myself, whether it's through death or not. That's what I thought. You didn't seem very sure about dying, trying to get me to kill you. Thanks, Marina. I'm not sure. I think I saw him smile then. I was wondering if maybe I had really gone crazy. Then, that very moment, the ground beneath him split open, and cracks spread all around us. And then, seemingly endless space finally started coming to an end. Is this the sewer realm? I thought we were headed toward Wilverov. Hey, wait. You'd better use Kubera magic if you want to survive in the toxic atmosphere and gravity here. You sure seem to be more worried about this little... You should be more worried about this little one.
Well, I think we found out what happened to Catleys.
Come to think of it, no one ever told me exactly what happened when the creature wearing the Eye of Punishment dies. Does the item remain? Or does it disappear? But if it was as simple as killing the beast and stealing the item, there was no need for me to bring it all the way to Conches. There must have been some reason as to why the god named Chandra asked me to take this thing with me. Damn it! Give it to me! What did you do? I weakened the gravity acting on it. I can't do anything about toxic atmosphere, but at least I can stop gravity from crushing it. But it won't last much longer in this atmosphere. We better find someone who can do something to help. If the poison gets any worse on the way, we'll need to use your regeneration magic. What about me? What? Can you do that for me too? Weaken the gravity, I mean. You can just use Kubera magic. Maybe death would be alright after all. I swear to God, once I reach the 5th stage. This ability is great. I feel way better. After the long journey around Cyro's personality changed quite a lot. But I didn't think much about it. There was something kind of fishy about this situation. But it was better than when he was babbling away constantly.
I mean, after all that time walking endlessly in the fucking void, something is bound to break. Like, something will break. As for what, I assume we'll get an answer to that at some point. Maybe soon. Shoot. I was hoping we'd be able to avoid running into the Taraka clan. I was able to stay near you the whole time, so you better use Kubera magic if the need arises.
Aren't you going to Surify?
That would only make me an easier target for them. It's a little more risky, but it's better to stay in a human form for now. Follow me. Let's take a different path. Odi Kubera. Are those birds the same race as... Oh.
Are those birds the same race as you? They don't look like they're from the Taraka clan.
No. Whenever you see a bunch of Sura together in bird form, it's safer to assume the Taraka. Since I'm the last remaining Garuda, much as I hate to admit it. Well, yeah, okay, the Garuda clan has effectively been wiped out, so yeah, Maruna is the king then, I suppose, being a descendant of Garuda himself.
Really? The ones I defeated while I was going around looking for fragments are kind of different from the usual Sura. Those guys look too normal to be Taraka. Some of them are even in human form.
Human form? It was only then that I really took a close look at the other Sura. I saw... No. It can't be. A pair of fiery wings, bright as a flower in blossom. Something I hadn't seen since the Cataclysm. But I could never forget. What? How the fuck is Agni there?
Do you know that, Sura?
Oh, it just looks a hell of a lot like Agni, if you ask me. Okay, right, I was just wrong. That looks so much like Agni. What the fuck?
Renata. My... mother.
She looks... It's because we're seeing it from the back, is why she looks different to how she did in, which arc was it? Which of the special chapters was she revealed in? Allow me to check. News. Hold on. One sec. I need to make sure my PC reconnects to the Wi-Fi, otherwise I'm not going to be able to continue recording. As I explained so many times in the Kubera video, in the special chapters video. Right, there we are.
No. My mother's dead. Someone is just messing with me. They must have a skill that lets them impersonate others, or cause hallucinations. That must be it. I won't fall for their tricks.
What if this is the past, and your mother is still alive? How far back have they gone if that's the case?
What?
Think about it. We came from a place that was completely removed from time in the real world. We were trying to get to Wolverav in the past, but we ended up in the Sura realm. We already know it took us to the wrong place. How do we know we're even in the right time period? Maybe we traveled back in time. A time when your mother was still alive? We'll probably make this chapter the last one for the video. Oh god. This shit's wild. Also, I forgot to go back and reread that bit that Ran said about the time on Conches that one of you suggested I do in the comments. Oh well. Sorry about that. I probably should have done that. That might have given me some insight into this.
When my mother passed away, I was staying with Godhava. And no one even told me where or how she passed away. It had been so long since I last saw her. But at first, death didn't really sink in.
Bro, this is third stage, Maruna. Or is it 4th stage and his hair's just shorter? I don't know. But either way, this is a fucking long time ago. I tried to act like it didn't bother me. But when I started to really feel her absence, miss her, I realized that I didn't have anyone I could open up to and depend on. Mother. Wait. Don't even think about visiting your mother. We're trying to get to Wolfraven in the future, not remain here. Who knows how our actions might have an effect on the future. We have to be careful. First, we need to find out which era of the sewer realm this is. Are you still unable to hear anything? Even for me, it's hard to hear anything from this distance. Hiding using Hoodie Chandra. Unless someone yells loudly enough. Listen up, everyone! I may have caught that one for you, but don't let any more slip past you. Stay sharp, and don't let anyone or anything through this alley. We can't let the Asura help the Ananta clan. Because Ananta must die today. Ananta's still alive? Ananta is still alive. Season 3, episode 163. The Weight of Time 3. What is it? What do you hear? This is the day Ananta died. It's the year D500. D500 is 523 years before the first episode of Part 3. The year N23. More context, see Part 2 N55. Someone in the comments tell me what that context is, please. Thanks for carrying me. The Garuda clan and Yaksha clan were blocking the alleys to stop the Asura clan from helping the Ananta clan. Oh, I thought Ananta died in battle with a divine army. That's what I've been taught, at least. Are you saying the Asura fought each other? I was young at the time, so I don't know the exact details. But I seem to remember the elders deciding to side with the gods. Because this was a chance to kill Ananta. I mean, he was the strongest being in the universe, so no wonder the gods want him gone. Makes sense. The Garuda and Ananta were sworn enemies. The Ananta were probably looking at a lot stronger when Ananta was king. Got fucking hiccups. Ah! They must have been a real nuisance for you guys. A nuisance? Well, maybe. I never saw any of them in person, though. Anyway, let's get out of here. If you're right about the year, we'll probably end up bumping into some Ananta or Garuda here. Where are we supposed to go? Well, back to where we are headed, of course. Before I thought going to the Kinara clan would be our safest option since I assumed it was the year end 23. But since we're in the year D500, we better stay away from them. Then, where else should we go? Was there anywhere safe in the Sura realm during this time period? No. Around the time of Ananta's death, the whole Sura realm was practically a war zone. What about the gods? What? Maybe one of the gods who wanted to kill Ananta. I'm not sure about that. It might not be a good idea for me to appear before the gods. Yeah. It's probably not a good idea for either of you to appear before the gods and explain that you've gone back in fucking time. Like, there's no way that they'd be like, oh yeah, Kali definitely hasn't caused that. We probably shouldn't. We can definitely let these guys go back to the present. I'm sure it won't have any ramifications. You know? would be... I skipped a bubble. Oh well. Don't worry, I'll do the talking. I don't know about the other gods, but I'm sure Agni wasn't in the war at this time. Really? Then what about Chandra? I'm sure Chandra would hear us out. At least for the sake of his cape. So this is the abyss, huh? It gives me the creeps every time I pass through it. It smells like rotting fish. Flesh, not fish. This is the only way to get around the Sura realm in human form. The neutral zone between each clan's territory is too vast, so we are using the abyss as a shortcut. Oh, so it's like the water channels in the human realm. We're entering Ananta's territory now, so it'll become harder to breathe. The Sura realm seems to operate much similarly to the human realm. It's just, you know, really, really hostile for existence. Do you think this creature will be okay? She looks okay for now. I use regeneration magic. If she seems to be in pain. But I'm not a regeneration magic expert, so I can only use it a few times per day. As far as I know, the count limit on a human's magic use disappears in the Sura realm. Why? Why? You can use magic as long as you have enough vigor. Wow, really? Why? That seems like an interesting oversight in the inception of this universe. I wonder for what purpose. You probably can't see it, but the gods are over there. That's all I can do for you right now. It's up to you to find a way to get near them. I'm staying here. Alright, let me think. If I keep using Hoodie Value... Vishnu, you fuck! You fuck! Where are you guys from? You don't look like you belong here. I didn't even hear him coming. He's probably in Ostika, or one of the gods who's come to kill Ananta. I sense that he's very powerful, so I was on my guard. But Ron Syrov didn't seem nervous at all. Oh, he looks so tired. Guess! Where do you think we should be? Where do you think we should be? Around 523 years from now. On the planet Wolfrath. Bingo! You guessed it! Ron, I don't think you should be clapping right now. That's where we're headed. Can you help us, kid? But we're not sure how to get there. I could. But do you really want to go there? Of course we... I'm asking that guy behind you. What? I feel like you've already lost almost everyone you love. Why did you go on this journey in the first place? Is your destination 523 years from now? Is Maruna the reason why they ended up here? Sometimes, creatures become so obsessed with what's right in front of them that they forget about their initial objective. Like how people try to make money so they can be happy, and then they end up forgetting about all the happiness for the sake of making money. It always breaks my heart to see them act so foolishly. Wait, Maruna. He's right. The Garuda clan in the future is already gone. I embarked on this journey to revive my race. And they're here in this time period. Maybe it would be better to stay here, warn them about the threat in the future. But if you do that, then Wolfrath from the year N23 won't even exist anymore! Right. I hate that future anyway. So, what's it gonna be? If one of you stays here and changes the future, there's no future for the other person to go back to. So, you two will have to discuss whether to stay or go back together. There's nothing to discuss. I refuse to go back. He's weaker than me. If I stay, so does he. What if I refuse to stay? Then I'll kill you. End of discussion. I've known you for a long time, so I won't kill you as long as you don't get in my way. I'll see if there's a way for you to get to Wolfraven in the current time period. You should just go and live.
Vadi Varuna. I'm going back to the future. You're coming with me.
So here's the thing. I do think Ryan is stronger than Maruna. He has that weird transformation that we've seen. The weird, to use fighting game terms, install that he has. That we've not really got an explanation for. Vishnu. What are you fucking with? What are you trying to do? Does this further the plan that you have? That Kali has? Is all a part of your game, boy? Probably. Almost certainly. The future does not look hopeful, if you ask me right now. But hey, I'm sure things will work out for someone. Anyway, this has been really good. This arc is already starting off incredibly, if you ask me. But yes, with that out the way, I've been Animosity, you have been you, and I hope to catch you all next time for another video. Ta-ta for now.